In recent events, Ross Chastain, the top driver for Trackhouse Racing, has become the center of attention due to his aggressive driving style in the NASCAR Cup Series. This has led to heated confrontations and disagreements between Chastain and his fellow competitors. Join us on NASCAR Zone as we dive into the fast-paced and exhilarating world of racing. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Just last weekend, Ross Chastain found himself in the spotlight again during a NASCAR Cup Series race at Richmond Raceway. The Trackhouse Racing driver frequently draws criticism and debate due to his contentious driving tactics, and this time was no different. It was believed that Chastain may have caused yet another crash during the closing laps of the Toyota Owners 400 in Virginia. As the race neared its end, the top 5 drivers were neck and neck, each striving for the coveted first-place finish. Among them were Chastain's number 1 car, Christopher Bell's number 20, and William Byron's number 24. Bell, occupying the middle lane, was trying to close the gap with Chastain, who was speeding along the bottom lane. In a dramatic turn of events, Bell's number 20 Toyota Camry TRD collided with the rear end of Byron's car, causing Bell to lose his momentum and ultimately the race. Afterward, Bell provided a detailed account of the incident in an interview, dubbing Chastain the Wrecking Ball. Bell stated that Ross Chastain had joined the race late and squeezed himself into a tight spot, making it a 3-wide contest with only room for 2 cars. He sympathized with William Byron, whose number 24 car was also caught up in the high-speed collision. The 2023 NASCAR Cup Series has already become an adrenaline-fueled roller coaster ride for fans, with a season full of intense rivalries, breathtaking finishes, and unforgettable moments. One such moment occurred earlier this year when Kyle Larson, a talented driver for Hendrick Motorsports, etched his name in the history books by securing the first Cup Series victory for his team in 2023. This win not only cemented Larson's status as a formidable competitor in the sport, but also set the stage for what has become an exhilarating racing season. Richmond Raceway, a short track notorious for its tight corners and high-speed action, recently played host to the Toyota Owners 400. A race that will undoubtedly go down as one of the year's most thrilling and dramatic events. It was here that the ongoing rivalry between Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell escalated, adding more fuel to the fire of drama and excitement that has characterized this year's racing season. Following the heart-pounding action at Richmond, Ross Chastain found himself in the spotlight after addressing the remarks made by fellow competitor Christopher Bell. Bell has previously referred to Chastain as the Wrecking Ball due to Chastain's aggressive driving tactic, a nickname that has begun to gain traction among fans and commentators alike. While some viewed this moniker as a playful jab, others perceived it as a serious criticism of Chastain's approach to racing. In response to Bell's comments, Chastain was careful to clarify that he respected Bell's right to express his opinion, but he also noted that Bell had never approached him directly to discuss the issue. This lack of communication between the two drivers only heightened the tension and rivalry brewing among the elite drivers in the NASCAR Cup Series. As the season unfolds, fans and competitors eagerly anticipate how these fierce rivalries will manifest on the racetrack. The world of NASCAR racing has never been more exhilarating, with talented drivers like Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, and William Byron vying for the top position. After the race, Christopher Bell took to Twitter to apologize to William Byron. However, Ross Chastain was conspicuously absent from the tweet, further fueling speculation and intrigue. This year's racing season has been marked by intense competition and dramatic confrontation, making it a captivating spectacle for fans and a challenge for the drivers. As these top-tier drivers push their skills and vehicles to the limit, it remains to be seen whether the rivalries will escalate or eventually be resolved. Amidst the high-stakes racing, these drivers must maintain their focus and composure, while also keeping a watchful eye on their opponents. While the on-track action continues to captivate audiences, the off-track interactions between drivers also plays a significant role in shaping the narrative of the season. These racers need to find a balance between aggressive competition and maintaining respect for their fellow competitors. As the season moves forward, the rivalries may ebb and flow, but the excitement and passion for the sport will remain a constant. An intriguing pattern has emerged between Trackhouse Racing driver Ross Chastain and 2 Joe Gibbs Racing or JGR drivers. Chastain has previously had conflicts with Kyle Busch, a former star driver for JGR. The only 2 drivers he hasn't had issues with are Martin Truex Jr. and Ty Gibbs. So what's going on with Kyle Busch? Chastain did not lightly take Busch's joke about his glasses at the Circuit of the Americas. Ross Chastain is no stranger to drama, both on and off the track. It's unclear how Chastain overheard one of Busch's comments, but it is possible that Busch may have done something inappropriate involving one of Chastain's least favorite NASCAR drivers. Last August at Richmond Raceway, Busch found himself in a challenging situation while attempting a 3-wide exit from a turn. Chastain, who had shifted slightly up the track, nudged Busch to the inside, creating an opportunity for Ty Dillon to pass Busch with ease. In the heat of the moment, Busch also invoked Eric Jones and Martin Truex Jr. in the scuffle. Chastain's deviation from his racing line might have been seen as an attempt to avoid a collision with Dillon on the inside of the track. Although Busch could have tried to climb the track, he would have been too late. The number 1 Chevy had already faced a series of setbacks throughout the season, and this incident was just another addition to the list. Busch's unforgettable retort, "He needs a pair of glasses," continues to be mentioned occasionally. After the Coda incident involving Suarez and Chastain, as well as Chastain's response to Busch's glasses remark, Busch shared some evidence on how to mend fences with a teammate. It appears that when reporters at Richmond Raceway question Kyle Busch about Ross Chastain, they receive a passionate response, supplying ample material for their upcoming articles. This heightened drama in the NASCAR Cup Series keeps fans on the edge of their seats as they watch the unfolding rivalries and intense competition among talented drivers like Chastain, Busch, and others. As the season continues, it will be fascinating to see how these drivers navigate the challenges, both on and off the track, while striving for victory. The world of NASCAR racing has never been more captivating, and everyone is eager to see how these rivalries will impact the outcome of the season. Will the tension between Busch and Chastain ultimately be resolved, or will it escalate even further? Only time will tell. As the NASCAR Cup Series continues, the racing world watches closely to see how the rivalries and drama between drivers like Chastain, Bell, and Busch will evolve. With emotions running high and tensions mounting, the thrilling world of NASCAR racing promises to deliver an unforgettable season for fans and competitors alike. Recently, people have been talking a lot about how racing teams handle arguments between drivers, especially after last weekend's event in the Cup Series. Daniel Suarez accidentally bumped into Ross Chastain on their way to pit road, which caused some tension. Kyle Busch, another racer, was asked how he deals with these situations on his team. Busch talked about how Rick Hendrick and Joe Gibbs handle such problems, and shared his own experience with his team at Kyle Busch Motorsport. He said, "When I've had drivers on my team who don't get along, I talk to them one at a time and then bring them together to discuss the issue. This way, he tries to fix the problem by getting everyone to talk it out." Ross Chastain's reaction was just right. Even without hearing what Kyle Busch said, Bob Pockras, a reporter for Fox Sports, would still have a lot to write about. Busch mentioned the intense argument during the Coda race, saying that Chastain crashed into the guy who hit Suarez. He also joked that Chastain might need new glasses. Although Chastain didn't know the whole story behind Busch's word, he stayed calm and said they should talk directly if there were any issues. He also mentioned that Busch never tells him what he thinks or feels. Chastain chose not to respond quickly to the reporter's question, because he hadn't heard exactly what Busch said. It wouldn't have been right to get angry or give the reporter a dramatic story. However, some people criticized Chastain after reading the reporter's tweets about the interview. It would be nice if Busch could talk to Chastain and make things better. Now that this topic has been discussed, people are looking forward to next weekend's race, the Food City Dirt Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's the second of 4 races planned for the 2023 short track season, and fans are excited to see what will happen. Leave your thoughts on the video in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more NASCAR video updates. We look forward to seeing you again in the next video.